Hi folks, the weather's really crappy out here and it has been for the last couple of days, so I've not been able to do anything on the van. Let's have a look in the log cabin and see what other little things I've got on the go. See you in a minute. Yeah, right, so can't really do anything on the van at the moment. The ground is actually soaking wet, and what with the wind as well, it's going to blow all the gas away from the MIG welder, so you can't do that in the wind anyway. So what I thought I'd show you a few of the little projects which I've got coming up, and on my Retro Hacks channel, for example. So we'll have a look at them in a minute. But a lot of you who might have watched my other videos on Retro Hacks have left a comment saying, oh, some people either say that, oh, they like the idea of me grinding wheel in the drill. Let me show you. Like that. So I've got buffing wheels there, and I've also got the wire wheels which I put in there. Someone has said, oh, they like it, they think it's quite unique to have something like that. Other people say, get yourself a grinder or a full-size one. Well, I've got one of them. The only reason I'm using this is just that it's handy, and it also stimulates comments, so that's the reason why I've got one. I'll show you that I've got one, look. So as you can probably see, this here is the one I've had for literally years and years. And if in some of my other videos, I think I've actually used this from my videos from a long while ago. And all I used to do with this, I'll show you. In fact, now it's out, I might as well start blinking using it. Let's put that over there for now. Take that off of there, that's my buffing wheel. This is a 4-inch buffing wheel on this, as you probably know. Or is it 3-inch? I can't remember. 4-inch, and this is a 6-inch on here. So I mean, I actually bought this new many moons ago, and I've only ever used the grinder. Let's show you. I've only ever used the grinder side of it. I used to do screwdrivers and stuff like that, and this is the coarse buffing wheel, what you normally use the compound with. And the reason why I didn't use it is because I didn't have no compound. Well, as you know, I bought this little set from Clark here for the drill. And that comes with the I think they call it soap for treating your wheel with, and that's the coarse one. And it actually did come, if I remember rightly, I've just found this. This can go on this side, and you can actually fit the polishing wheel, which is the white one, on this side. So I may start using that. But one of the reasons why I didn't use it is because when I put this in here, the vise to hold it, because I haven't got it fixed to a vise, as you can see, they'll fix it to a bit of wood. I didn't have the bench space here originally. All I used to do was put that in there like that, tighten it up, and just literally use it on here like this. Is that switched off? Yeah. And there you go. So that's how I used to use it. So I did have one, as I said, but I've never used it in the capacity. I've never used this thing. This has been there for years. You can see how old that is, look. But yeah, so I've got one. I might start using it now, I don't know. See how we go. But the grinding was a bit awkward in the corner here, as you see, because it's right by the window. Not unless I had the vise elsewhere. But anyway, that's another story. So yes, I did have one. I have got one. I've now dug it out. You've made me dig it out. So coming into the back workshop now. I've been doing a couple of videos. I've already done this one. This is a pair of weights that I didn't restore. Well, I have restored them, but they was all rusted and basically left out in the open. And I've done a couple of them. I won't show you that right now, but that's coming up on Tuesday on Retro Hacks anyway. Them ones there. As you can see, one set is old and cruddy still, and the other set's been basically restored a little bit. So that's them. Now you can probably see here, this was that pillar drill, which I've taken apart now. As you can see, this is all in its component parts now. And this again has got to be restored. And again, I've just literally filmed this segment of me stripping this down at the moment. Certain things I need to do to this is paint and renovate all this sort of stuff. They say that's just going to be coming up in the near future. And this tool here, this woodworker, Clark's woodworker tool here, is really proving invaluable for any sort of work for restoration. I've got loads of sanding discs for this over here. You can buy 60 grit, 80 grit, 40 grit, as you can probably see there's some 60 grit ones there. And they're 4-inch by 36-inch sanding belts. that go onto here, and this comes up also. You undo a little Allen key here, for example, and then this whole thing stands up vertical, and you can use it for like sharpening knives and stuff like that. You've got the rotary wheel here as well, which you can use. These are stick-on pads as well, and I've got a load of them here as well. Let me show you. As you can see, again, you can get these in different grits as well. Pack of 5 there, as you can see, from Clark. That's only cost £4.79 including VAT. And as I say, you can get these in different grits as well. These ones are coarse grit, and these just literally got sticky back on the back. These are 60 grit, look, these ones. And that sticks on there, that little wheel there, and that really does do the job as well. Another thing I'll be restoring in the near future on retro hats is this Tilly lamp here. As you can see, these are normally run by paraffin. This one, I don't think it works. I don't think it builds up pressure at all. No, I don't think so. Let's shut that valve. If I just shut that air valve there, I think you're supposed to pump these up, and they should build up a pressure inside them, and you fill them with paraffin, I think, and then you can light them and then just regulate your gas flow there. That should, yeah, see, look, it's not even, oh, a little bit of pressure in there. I don't think there's nowhere near enough, to be honest with you, but yeah, that's the Tilly lamp. Now the body of this obviously looks brass. That will polish up, and also these brass fitments, that's aluminium, that there. The body there is aluminium. The top, I've seen people restore these, and these are enamelled. And I mean, I've seen people restore these on YouTube, and all they've done is literally paint these, and no way is normal paint. I've seen people use car lacquer, normal car lacquer, like 2K lacquer, and paint these, and personally I don't think that's man enough for these, because these really do get hot. So I don't think I'll be going down that route. If I was going to paint this, because I mean, I can't re-enamel it, but if you look on the top there, that's all rusted through, so you can't really repair enamel. I've got to take it all off and then decide what to do with it. Now if I'm going down the decorative route with this, what I might do is to cut down the inner filament there. As you can see, there's a tube inside that glass tube there, and I may put a bit of copper tube in there or something, and mount a brass lamp holder somewhere in here maybe. And in here you can buy the, you know, the flame effect bulbs. So I'm thinking of putting a hole in the side with a flex outlet coming out, and then feeding the cable through and up, and welding, or not so welding, soldering in or brazing in a little tube with a brass lamp holder in there, because it's easy to earth this anyway. And I think that would look really decorative, and that way I can now paint this whatever colour I want then, and I can take this enamel off and not worry about this top finish sort of thing. So that's the way I may go with it, but you have to watch Retro Hack somewhere in the near future for you to see this. And I've seen it, as I say, the realistic looking bulbs that actually got like flame effects inside them, and they're quite visual now. They're not a lot better than what they used to be years ago. So that's just something I may do with this in the near future, so keep an eye out for that one. And one other thing I'm going to be restoring again within the next, hopefully next week. Now, if you was a little boy in the 1970s, you might have lusted after one of these things. You remember this? Now, this is an old Tonka toy here from the 1970s. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, you don't mess about, you want the old paint on the old toys and stuff like that. Well, this one is worse for wear, to be honest with you, and someone's actually had a go at painting it. If you can actually look at this, look. This is original paint there, and you can see it's been left out because it's all rusty there, but the tipper part of it, someone's had a go at painting yellow again, and it's not a very good job. And as you can see under here, for example, look, the paint is actually peeling off there, look. This has obviously been left outside, so the chassis looks like it's been repainted with some sort of black hammer, right? But that's definitely been painted over. You can probably see the original paint underneath there. So I've decided to give it a go. The decals or decals are coming off there, as you can see. I'm not going to peel these off yet because I'm going to look online and see if I can find some. If not, what I could do is take a photo of this one, for example, if I can't find a replica, and then I can take that into Photoshop, and then I can create my own transfers for them. So that's one thing I'm going to do as well. But yeah, this is an old 1970s Tonka. I always wanted one of these as a kid, and as you can see there on the top there, look, in the metal it says Tonka, but I never did get one. I always wanted one, but never did get one. And if I just turn this over, it's as you can see where the sides peeling away and all that. So I could strip all this down. I think the wheels will just pull off, to be honest with you. They're a bit wobbly in places, but I'm hoping all the plastic can come off as well. But we're no nearer the time. As I say, just keep an eye out for this one on the old Retro Hacks channel if you like the old Tonka toy. So I'm going to try and restore that to original yellow condition. I've got some yellow paint just down there, so I'm happy with that. I do like to keep a selection of different coloured paints there, as you can see, so always find a use for something like that. One thing I'd also like to thank is all the people who send me emails asking me to do restoration work for them. I don't really have the time for that. As you know, I run 2 or 3 channels on YouTube, plus my family life as well. I've had people sort of send me emails asking me to restore parts of their vehicles, or actually restoring a whole vehicle with welding and stuff like that. They've looked at my jobs on the Retrorestore channel and naturally assume that I'm actually in the market to sort of take on work, but I don't actually do that. This is my hobby basically. So and Jimmy's shop is only really catering for sort of small bodywork repairs and respraying. Someone thought that he actually done big sort of welding jobs and all that. Well, we don't sort of take that stuff on anyway. So yeah, so that's a little update on that. And also, you might remember the Yamaha FS1E tank, which I actually repaired and restored, and then we put the pet seal in it, and it didn't go off. Well, about a day after that, in fact the next day basically, I looked in the tank and it was absolutely rock hard. It wasn't soft or tacky to the touch at all. So it may have been that I probably didn't have enough hardener with that. So if you are using pet seal, it does go rock hard, don't worry about it. It was probably I didn't quite have enough hardener, and maybe it wasn't quite warm enough in the room. They do state on there that not to be below 21 degrees C ambient temperature. So everything went off fine with that as well, so I'm happy with that. So I won't be doing a video again probably now until next weekend. That's the reason why I'm doing this one. And I've got a few other things on as well, so I'm going to have to sort them out first. We've got to live our life at the end of the day. So this will probably be my last video until next weekend. So just keep an eye out, and don't forget, I'm going to get that transit van buttoned up shortly, as you know, before the bad weather sets in, and then we can start doing some work on that, getting it converted into a camper van. That's the intentions with that as well. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to go in and have my dinner now. It is a Sunday afternoon now, and it's 4:30 in the late afternoon, and I'll see you again in the next video in about a week's time. But do keep an eye out for my Retro Hacks channels, where you will be seeing this little baby, maybe the Tilly lamp very shortly, and also the pillar drill is on the way as well, and also loads of other stuff I'm going to be restoring on there as well. Anyway, thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.